Let's bring you this conversation now. Justice Minister Mmamoloko Kubayi wants a comprehensive report from the National Prosecuting Authority after the acquittal of televangelist Timothy Omotoso. A court yesterday found the state failed to prove rape and human trafficking charges against the Jesus Dominion International pastor and two others. The judge also criticizing the prosecution's poor cross-examination of the accused. The minister's spokesperson, Terrence Manase, joins us now for more on what the minister is demanding of the National Prosecuting Authority. Mr. Manase, good evening to you and thanks for your time. The NPA itself is calling this a travesty of justice, the handling of this particular case by its team in the Eastern Cape. But does that go far enough?
Good evening to you, Xoli, and good evening to your viewers. The NPA, I suppose it's their national office that is making that statement. They are well within their rights. And we have also written to them, the minister has written to the National Director of Public Prosecutions to try and understand what is happening. She has requested for a comprehensive report on the matter to understand the factors that contributed to the outcome of the Timothy Omotoso case.
I just want to quote directly from the spokesperson at the NPA because it goes further than this. Mthunzi Maga says the following, and I quote, "The NPA has a world-class special unit called the Sexual Offences and Community Affairs Unit, which is dedicated to dealing with sexual violence and related cases." So how could this be handled so badly if the NPA has a specialized unit that deals with sexual offences cases?
Tony, I wouldn't want to speak on behalf of the NPA. As indicated earlier on, they are well within their rights to speak about their challenges. And maybe speaking as a citizen and observing as an outsider from of the NPA, we understand that they do have that division, and we are surprised at what happened in this case. We expected better. That is why the minister has issued a statement, a consent statement around this matter of the Timothy Omotoso. And to the extent that she has invoked Section 33(2)A to write to the National Director of Public Prosecutions in this regard. It shows the extent of the concern that the minister is looking at this matter with.
Mr. Manase, oftentimes the survivors of such crimes, you will understand the enormity of them coming out publicly, needless to say, going and testifying against these people who are so powerful that when an acquittal like this comes in the manner in which this one has, it obviously will have an impact on discouraging people from coming forward. Does the minister have an appreciation of this? Because someone is going to say that these government ministers are merely paying lip service to GBV, which has been named by this government itself as the #1 priority in the country.
You are correct, Tony. Earlier on, you would have seen the video that the minister released on this matter. She speaks precisely to what you are saying. She's basically saying people who come out and try and testify or become friends of the court on matters like these of gender-based violence, they do so from a deep-seated space. They subject themselves to public scrutiny, often mocked by those who support the perpetrators. And it's not an easy thing. And the minister is saying challenges like these ones, where it appears as if our people, the state, came unprepared, doing the unexpected, especially given the unit that you mentioned earlier on, that we have to pride ourselves with. when they tarnish the image of that unit or the efforts in that regard or efforts of fighting gender-based violence, most people will feel deterred to come out. They will, these actions, these challenges contribute to a surge or a drop, maybe to use a better word, a drop in the confidence in our justice systems. So the minister has written requesting a comprehensive report to understand what really happened in this matter with the view of coming up with solutions to ensure that we don't experience this drop in the confidence in the justice system.
Mr. Manase, if it is indeed the NPA's intention to appeal this, to basically relook this case and reinstate it, would it be in the country's justice system or criminal justice system's interest to have Mr. Timothy Omotoso deported to his home country of Nigeria if the intention would be to bring him back, to have him sit in this trial again?
Like I indicated earlier on, that I wouldn't want to speak on behalf of the NPA, but speaking as a public, as a public person, it wouldn't be in their interest to have a person deported to their country if they intend to bring them back to the system, if you like. Yeah, for me, I would advise them to try everything in their powers to ensure that he stays in the country if they indeed plan to appeal. But like I said, I wouldn't want to speak on their behalf. I don't know where the case is at the moment or where the matter is at the moment, whether they are intending to deport him or not. I wouldn't want to comment on that one.
Well, Mr. Manase, I don't think you have much of a choice. You have to comment on this one because as we now know the system, it is the justice system, it is the justice ministry, rather, that handles matters of extradition. So this will actually be the job of the ministry, yes, working in tandem with the NPA to bring whomever that needs to be prosecuted here from wherever they are. At the moment, we're dealing with the Shepherd Bushiri matter. It's a difficulty to try and get him back from Malawi. So you have to answer this one. Is it in the best interests of this country and the victims here to let Mr. Timothy Omotoso go to Nigeria if the intention is going to be to try and bring him back?
If the NPA intends to appeal, my comment would be we would encourage them to try and keep Mr. Omotoso in the country. It will be in the interest of the country to keep him here if they intend to bring him back to the system, if they intend to follow the right procedures to appeal and maybe make him stand trial again or face the justice system again. It will be in the interest of the country to keep him here in the country.
All right. Let's move on to this final question then. The minister has requested a comprehensive report, as she puts it, from the NPA head. By when is that report going to be tabled before the minister, and what happens next?
The minister has given the NDPP up until Monday the 7th to receive a report from them. I wouldn't want to comment on the steps that will happen immediately afterwards. We'll have to study the report first, and then we'll announce action or a way forward after studying the report.
Terrence Manase, thank you very much for your time.